AI tokens are coming back, and Hive AI is one of the top performers on the Solana chain today. Now let's have a look at who is buying the Buzz token. Is this accumulation by the whales? Is this adoption by a lot of small retail investors? Let's have a look at how solid this rally is and how much more upside potential there is. Now we are currently at almost 16 cents. We are up 56% today, and among the trending tokens on the Solana chain, Hive AI is at number 15 in terms of liquidity. There's 4.6 million locked in the pool. Now the marketing of the project is quite ambitious. It's a modular network of interoperable decentralized finance agents. Now once we log into the website, it's not necessarily that impressive. It's a ChatGPT theme where different LLMs can be asked to answer a prompt. Now, from a fundamental perspective, right, as a project, not everything looks super rosy, but it's not always the fundamentals that move the prices. But let me share something. We've got 1,722 members in the Discord. This seems to be relatively organic. But then we've also got 35,700 followers on Twitter or the X platform. And I am not sure how organic that is, because once we compare this to the number of holders of the token on chain, we've got only 30,886. Normally, we do not see more Twitter followers than holders on chain. I do believe that there's quite a high likelihood that some of the socials of the project are manipulated. And so there is a lot of volatility in the price. We have seen temporary drops of 65%. Now today we see more buyers than sellers. The price appreciation though is outpacing that ratio quite a bit. So the buyers are simply moving more capital than the sellers do. It's not necessarily a lot of organic small wallets that are buying today. But let's zoom out a little bit and let's have a look at those 30,000 holders in more detail. What we've got over here are the number of wallets that have at least 5,000 tokens or 50,000 tokens or 500,000 tokens. And at the current price, that's equivalent to $1,000, $10,000, $100,000. We can see how there is some accumulation by the small retail investor, but the larger wallets, they're not necessarily accumulating, right? The real big whales, they rather tend to go down in number. The attention also seems to somewhat slow down. So on the right side, we've got the number of token transactions. On the left side, we've got the number of recurring traders versus first-time traders. So when a price is appreciating like this, it's not that straightforward to see that the number of first-time traders isn't really going up, right? This is rather staying at a somewhat low level. But here is a first hint of what is going on. On the left side, we see the trading volume per day in US dollars. This is also not going up. But on the right side, we see how large retail and how the whales are taking up more and more of the trading volume. And so when we combine all of those metrics, we come to this conclusion. The whales are taking up more and more of the token supply. The whales now hold more than 62%. So those are the wallets that have at least $100,000 worth of the token. Small and medium-sized retail tends to own less and less, relatively speaking. It's the whales that are currently buying. And it was also the whales that sold in the second week of January. They are the ones to blame for this price correction. Now, we are currently in an expanding market. There's money flowing in from traditional finance into crypto. We can see this in the stablecoin market cap. I like this chart quite a lot because it has very little volatility and it shows us very clearly if we are currently contracting and we should be betting on falling prices, or if we are expanding and money is flowing into crypto and we should be betting on rising prices. Since October of 2023, the circulating stable supply has grown by 62%. We are now at $188 billion. When you're sending your hard-earned fiat to Binance, Binance then sends this over to a stablecoin issuer that takes custody of the funds and that then afterwards issues the tokens on the blockchain. And we can see the issuance here in the chart. The thing is though that returns are now very much asymmetric. We can't anymore just buy 100 different altcoins and hope to outperform Bitcoin with that. Have a look at the top performing categories in the last 7 days. It's Memecoin related, it's the Pump.fun ecosystem, it's AI. So unless your portfolio has nothing but AI and meme coins, you're likely underperforming just plain and simply holding Bitcoin. Here is what didn't perform that well. Privacy coins, real-world asset protocols, bridge tokens, proof of work tokens, lending and borrowing protocols. And why did those tokens perform worse than say the meme coins and the AI agents? It's because of tokenomics. Everybody got burnt after the DeFi summer because of token unlocks, right? Venture capitalists sold all their allocations. And so when we're speculating with a lot of risk anyways, when we buy all of those altcoins and we want to get the upside, why not simply play fairly player versus player? This is, I believe, why AI and why the meme coins are doing that well. Here, have a look at this, right? This is the tokenomics of the balancer token. This is how much the balancer supply increased over time. Within the span of 4 to 5 years, the supply more than 3x'd. And that then means that the token has to underperform Bitcoin and Ethereum. Over here, this is the balance price relative to Ethereum. So not to the US dollar, because when Ethereum and when Bitcoin goes up, then of course balancer goes up as well, but it's always about relative performance. Do we get more performance by taking on more risk compared to just buying Bitcoin? And for most tokens, unfortunately, the answer is no. We don't see that outperformance, right? Balancer versus Eve did very, very poorly. And that is why people now get into meme coins, etc. Because the supply is not expanding. We do not see an underperformance of literally 99%. What performed the best in the last 7 days? SPX 6900 and Fartcoin. Both are meme coins. SPX 6900 is now at $1.53. Fartcoin is at $1.34. And it's always about being early. Now, how fair is meme coin trading? It's 100% player versus player, but at least it's not venture capitalists or insiders or team versus player. But player versus player in the end still means that the player that has most information and that has most skills tends to make most money. So simply just gambling on altcoins isn't going to cut it. It's about getting the right info. And so have a look at SPX 16900. There are several alerts here, and Kyle Chessy bought the token at 47 cents. Again, now we are more than 3x that value. Or have a look at Fartcoin. Kyle Chessy bought at 4.5 cents. And he's not buying small amounts, right? He's buying 20K over here. Those 4 to 5 cents turned into $1.34. So that's a 25x from here, right? If you make bets like this, it's okay if half of the bets, if even 3/4 of the bets go down. It's really an approach comparable to what the professionals are doing, right? It's buying a lot of small things, but only buying a lot of things where there's a lot of upside. You don't want to buy a lot of large altcoins. You want to buy a lot of small ones, and you want to only buy the things where the insiders have some knowledge. So I've talked about Kyle Chessy now twice in this video. Here is his YouTube channel. He's got 141,000 subscribers. And the reason why we've got these kind of alerts is because we track his wallets. We've got 12 of Kyle Chessy's wallets in total. Have a look at this. This is Crypto Banter. They've got 1.1 million subscribers. And here's the thing with crypto. There isn't a lot of regulation, right? A lot of people simply buy a token and then afterwards promote it on YouTube. And so when a channel with 1.1 million subscribers talks about a token, of course this generates attention. Of course attention leads to purchases, and of course purchases lead to rising prices. And we've got 33 of Crypto Banter's wallets. We know when they are buying and selling. Or check this out. Alex Becker's channel, 1.55 million subscribers, even more. We've got 12 of his wallets. Making money in crypto, I believe, is all about buying with the anticipation that more people will buy afterwards. Now, if influencers buy something and they talk about something, it's likely that there will be a lot of purchases afterwards, right? Depending on how large the token is, of course, and how large the following of the influencer is. If Alex Becker is talking about Bitcoin going up, it's very unlikely that that's going to move the needle. But if Kyle Chessy is buying Fartcoin for 4 cents, then this might move the needle. Now, I like this strategy that much that I made a dedicated tutorial section just on this topic. How can we find influencer wallets? How can we track influencer wallets? And how can we interpret the signals that we get from the tracking? It's all part of the premium membership of this channel. Feel free to check it out. It's thebitcointrader.com. Premium is not just about wallet tracking. It's also about risk mitigation. It's also about on-chain analytics. There's more than 100 tutorial videos in total in premium. So feel free to check it out. It's currently $165 per month. There's also a 1-week money back guarantee. So in case you don't learn anything, etc., just message me within the first 7 days and I refund you 100%. There's really zero risk for you. And so does it make sense to still buy the Buzz token? Will Hive AI go higher from here? Will the whales continue to accumulate more of the token, pushing the price to new heights? I think this will be very much dependent on whether or not the centralized exchanges are going to list the token. Because currently most of trading volume still happens on Radium. And so this is where the price discovery happens. Yes, the token can be bought on Gate.io and on BitGet, but this is definitely not where the whales are moving their tokens around. There are perpetual futures, but they don't have a lot of trading volume. And so really, I believe that there will be continued volatility. Now, how much more upside is there though? Within the Pump.fun ecosystem, Hive AI is somewhat of a mid-sized token. So it's got 184 million market cap. And the very largest token, Fartcoin, has 1.7 billion. So that's roughly a 10x, a bit less than that. But I think it's rather unlikely that Buzz will become the leading Pump.fun ecosystem token. I think it's more likely that the air is already getting thin after a 2x, maybe maximum a 3x from here, right? With a 2x, it would be competing for place number 4, where we've currently peanut. So even though the smart money is currently accumulating, I personally rather stay away, because in the past they already dumped the token once. And again, I don't want to be caught up in that dump. When a token can easily go down by 50 or 60%, but when the maximum upside is maybe a 2x, potentially a 3x, I'm not sure if it's really worth buying. I think the better idea is to buy the token on a potential price retracement. If you got some value out of this video, feel free to subscribe. I publish this regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. See you in the next video, or see you in premium. Cheers.